The first thing a man does after being reborn is to lock his wife in his arms. When his daughter saw this scene, she was curious. When she was about to ask, she was used by the woman to add sugar. Wenyan's daughter was excited for a moment and said she wanted to join in, but she was rejected by the woman and said that you must go to bed immediately. Otherwise, I won't take you out to play tomorrow. The little girl hesitated for a moment and came straight to the sentence. Do you need to cover your head? This remark directly made the woman's face red. Remember, no one told you not to get up. But who would have thought that yesterday he was still a scumbag who was going to use his own daughter to pay for the debt? Although his wife has been begging, he also said that he could get a few more credits. But these are not enough for a man to get two on the table. He grabbed his wife's hair and screamed madly. If he can't pay it back tomorrow, he'll find his way home. Listening to his daughter's miserable call to his mother, he suddenly got a strong mother's protection. All he saw was her grabbing his daughter and throwing her husband out. But what he didn't expect was that the man accidentally stepped on the empty wine bottle on the ground. He fainted on the spot, looking at his miserable-looking woman motionless. It's just a woman who's been there to comfort her. Don't be afraid, it's all right now. But before he finished talking, the door was kicked open by a group of people. Liang Zicheng, get out of here. When he saw a man lying on the ground with blood on his head, the man was stunned. Do you think you can hide when you pretend to be dead? Get up and pay the money back. After all, it's natural to owe money, right? This beautiful lady, the woman saw the rogue turn the target to herself and immediately took the fruit knife on the table. Don't even think about hitting our mother and daughter. If anyone comes over, I'll die with him. When I heard that, I laughed at this group of hooligans. When I was playing with the knife, you don't know where to play. After saying that, he grabbed the knife in the woman's hand and slipped through the woman's chest. Looking at his torn clothes, at this moment, a sense of helplessness gradually rose to his heart. I should say that Liang Zicheng's mother's methods are really good. This little girl's really good looking. Don't be bullying my mother. When he saw the little girl dead, he held his own legs. The man hatefully ordered his men to drag her away. Today, I'm going to take all of you away. When he saw her, he began to scratch his hands and feet. The woman said, "Aren't you afraid of retribution?" The man smiled with a laugh. Then you can let God come out and show your face. At the same time, a golden thunder fell from the sky. It struck Liang Zicheng lying on the ground. At the same time as everyone was shocked by this scene, he suddenly got up and grabbed his wrinkled wrist. Now I'll give you a chance to let go of the child. Otherwise, you won't be able to eat it. The rogue almost laughed at the rogue. Are you stupid? How dare you talk to me like that? Then he took the fruit knife and stabbed him. And while the man was attacking, the backhand twisted his arm into a puzzle. The rogue's mouth was as big as a cigarette can. His subordinates were bullied by the boss. He also accused Liang Zicheng of being bold. You have the guts to touch my boss again? In this way, the rogue was innocently slapped in the mouth. The little brother took off the boss in a shabby look. Big brother, this kid is serious. Brothers, let's go up and kill him. The little brothers were stunned. You didn't see how fierce he was just now? When the rogue saw his subordinates almost all ran away, he also realized that these kids had no reward. Then he pulled a 25-year-old boy aside and told him, as long as you go up and kill him, go back and I'll promote you to the second in command of the gang. It's a pity he didn't finish his words. His subordinates then notified Hui to run away as an excuse. This is when Liang Zicheng walked up to him and stared at each other. Don't do it first. I can remind you, you know the consequences of offending Hui. When he heard the man say the word ghost, the rogue's head was as big as a cigarette can. You wait and see what Hui will do with you when he knows. When all these people left, Liang Zicheng suddenly felt a stab in the brain. He knew this was an over-exaggerated performance of the flesh and blood. It was seen that the injury was getting worse. This time, his wife grabbed him by the hand and asked him what was wrong with him. And then we went to the hospital. But the man said, "You don't need to be so troublesome." And then he locked his wife up. His daughter was curious to see this scene. When she was about to ask, she was used by the woman to add sugar. Wenyin's daughter was excited for a moment and said she wanted to join in. But she was rejected by the woman and said that you must go to bed immediately. Otherwise, I won't take you out to play tomorrow. The little girl hesitated for a moment and came straight to the sentence. "Do you need to cover your head?" The words came out and straightened the woman's face into a red apple. Remember, no one told you not to get up. As the two of them looked at each other, they were ready to go. Liang Zicheng first put his fingers on his wife's back. The moment he fell on his feet, he tightened up. At this moment, the wife only felt that her husband had become a person, but she didn't think much of it. After all, if it weren't for the hooligans he drove away, I'm afraid this family really would be destroyed. At the same time, the two of them also reached the critical moment of recovery. Feeling that her husband's body temperature was constantly rising, she also almost fainted on the spot. Is this the cure in her mouth? And on the other hand, a bald head was constantly waving at the sandbag. He didn't want to give up until the blood flowed out. This is the hooligan's head come to report. "Brother Hui, I didn't bring that little girl back." When in Vone, the bald head turned to one side. "Don't you know that's what the boss wants?" Looking at the boss so sad and crazy, the subordinates immediately explained that the boy suddenly became powerless. Several of us are not his opponents. When Vone, the bald head also raised interest. He grabbed the hooligan's head and pinched it hard. He almost fainted on the spot. "So who do you think he is better or worse than me? Call your brothers to go meet that little guy with me." The woman woke up and found that her husband was not her original husband, because he never treats herself so gently. He won't make her body so strange. She looked at the man with her eyes full of obsession. "Ask who you are." The sword has been found by him. Liang Zicheng directly opened the door and saw the mountain. "Your husband is the incarnation of the human world. It just so happens he had a disaster that caused the soul to disperse. I have a chance to hold it on his body." When Vone, her eyes were wide open. "That's to say, you're an insane person." But before Liang Zicheng replied to him, "I saw my daughter wake up." She asked if the two of them hadn't finished yet, but her stomach was so hungry that she couldn't stand it. When he heard this, her two stomachs also made a sound. This is the first time she heard that insane people also need to eat. Then she got up and went to the kitchen. Then she put the noodles in the pot. The daughter was so strong that she drooled on the spot. "Mom, can you give me an egg today?" Looking at such a warm scene, Liang Zicheng felt sad in his heart. "I've been through a lot since I was a kid. Why is there a sudden feeling of joy? Maybe this is the feeling of home." But before he could feel it, the door was crushed by someone from the outside. "It seems that you've forgotten to offend me." When the woman saw the man coming, her hands trembled immediately. Fortunately, Liang Zicheng caught it and let it go. At that time, the woman was in a trance. She told her husband that this man is Huiger. When Vone, Liang Zicheng told him not to worry. "He has recovered. I won't let him hurt you anymore." But he didn't finish his words. He was punched by Huiger and flew out directly. This scared the mother and daughter. "Didn't you say that you had recovered?" At this moment, Huiger's mouth is slightly raised. "You can't even clean up this mess. You really embarrassed me. Why don't you take the little girl away?" When Invone asked the mother, "Boss, how do we deal with this woman?" "That's your business. Remember to bury it afterward. Don't leave any evidence." Seeing that Hui has been acquiesced, the younger brother immediately reached out his hand. But before he could get close to the mother and daughter, he was kicked out by Liang Zicheng. When he saw this guy, he punched himself and stood up. At the same time,
It aroused Huiger's interest. Of course, killing this thing is the best thing a human can do. With the sound of a broken bone, Huiger's unwavering and excited familial about, "I can't believe I'm able to take the 80% of the power. I hope you don't get down before I get to the point." Feeling the attack of the rain point, Liang Zicheng knew that his body was definitely not going to last long. So he pinched his hand and pointed at himself, using the mind to create a spiritual space in the brain. At the same time as the enemy hard fight was also in the brain's super speed simulation practice boxing. At this moment, Huiger also felt the change in Liang Zicheng. He didn't expect that he had no strength to fight back just now. In a short time, he was able to improve his strength several levels. With Liang Zicheng's attack directly hit Huiger to the point of vomiting blood on the ground. At this time, he
only heard him tremble and let his subordinates go up together. Unfortunately, he was easily resolved by Liang Zicheng's several moves. He came to Huiger and forcibly opened his eyes. Don't give him any chance to react. Directly take the ghostly presence out of Huiger's body. At this moment, a ghost swam out of the bronze plate, still dreaming of swallowing Liang Zicheng. Unfortunately, he was easily resolved by a look in his eyes. As the great Lua Shenwei, how can you be able to sweat this little thing? This thing is a yin and yang gate that carries the same father and son. It can reach the purpose of the potential full fetus through the life source of others. No wonder I can't hold my own body. At this time, Huiger thought he was going to die here this time. I didn't want Liang Zicheng to tell him, "Hurry up and take your subordinates and go far away." After a few people left, Huang Huan jumped directly on him and kissed him hard. This also made Liang Zicheng find the meaning of protecting his family. When his wife saw him let go of Huiger's people, she was afraid that he would bring some more powerful people over. What if we can't beat them? It's better for us to move ahead and hide first. But Liang Zicheng told him not to worry. He let him go on purpose. When he saw his wife's face full of doubts, he began to explain. Now, the mortal world is scarce. If you want to cultivate immortality, it's too long to do it alone. And there should be an umbral cultivation behind Huiger. It can be used for our cultivation. A woman's face is full of doubts. Are you talking about Huang Huan and me? Of course. Would you like to cultivate immortality with me?